When your cat suddenly bites you, do you actually know what they're trying to communicate? Most people assume it's anger or aggression, but that's often completely opposite to what's really going on. In many cases, a sudden bite is actually your cat reacting to something much deeper, and if you miss the real reason behind it, you could make things significantly worse without even realizing it. So let's break down what that bite is truly telling you. 1. When you pet them and they suddenly snap. Have you ever been petting your cat, everything feels perfect, and then out of nowhere they turn and bite you? It feels personal. Like one moment they were enjoying it and the next moment they're punishing you for it. But here's the truth. Your cat didn't just snap. You simply missed the moment they were asking you to stop. Cats have a sensory threshold for physical contact, and every single cat's limit is different. What feels like a calm and relaxing moment to you can gradually build into something completely overwhelming for them. Researchers at the University of Lincoln discovered that cats display clear signs of overstimulation well before they ever actually bite. But most of those signs are so subtle that the average owner misreads them as contentment. A tail that begins twitching at the very tip. Ears that flatten just slightly. A body that quietly tenses beneath your hand even though they haven't moved. These aren't signs of a cat enjoying the moment. These are warnings. And when those warnings get consistently ignored, the bite becomes their absolute last resort. The solution is simpler than you might expect. Watch closely during the first 3 minutes. If their body shifts even slightly, stop. Let them walk away on their own. You'll actually build far more trust by ending the session early than by pushing through it. And here's something that might genuinely surprise you. Not every bite means your cat wants space. There's actually one type of bite that means the complete opposite. And once you understand what it really says about how your cat feels about you, it might completely change the way you've been interpreting every bite they've ever given you. I'll get to that at the end. 2. They've learned your hand is a toy. Why does your cat attack your hand like it's prey when you were simply trying to play with them? You wiggle your fingers, they pounce, you laugh, and then one day the bite genuinely hurts. But here's what most people never realize. You didn't just play with your cat. You actually trained them to hunt you. When cats are kittens, absolutely everything is a game. And if your hand is the thing that moves, wiggles, and reacts, their brain locks onto it as a target. This isn't aggression at all. It's learned behavior. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that cats regularly played with using hands instead of toys were significantly more likely to bite during non-play interactions as adults. You essentially taught them that skin is completely fair game. And the worst part is how most people respond. They yank their hand away quickly, which to a cat looks exactly like fleeing prey. So the chase instinct kicks in even harder. You're not correcting the behavior at all. You're actually making it far more exciting for them. The fix is straightforward, but it has to be consistent. Stop using your hands during play entirely. Switch to a wand toy, a feather, anything that keeps distance between your skin and their teeth. If they go for your hand anyway, freeze completely. Don't pull back. Don't react at all. A target that stops moving stops being interesting. Within just a few weeks, most cats completely rewire that impulse. And if this is already shifting the way you understand your cat's behavior, hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps us reach more cat owners who actually want to understand what their cat is telling them. 3. Something inside their body hurts. What if your cat bit you not because they were annoyed, but because they were in real pain? This is the one that truly breaks most owners' hearts once they finally figure it out. Because by that point, they've usually been scolding a cat that was simply trying to protect itself. Cats are absolute masters at concealing discomfort. It's not stubbornness, it's pure survival instinct. In the wild, showing pain makes you vulnerable. So your cat will eat normally, move normally, and behave normally until someone touches exactly the spot that hurts. That's when the bite comes. Not because they're being aggressive, but because you just pressed on something they've been quietly dealing with completely alone. Arthritis, dental infections, urinary problems, even hidden injuries from a jump that landed wrong. These are things that won't always show up in your cat's everyday behavior. But the moment your hand finds that area, their reaction is immediate and sharp. A cat that has never bitten you once in their life will bite without any hesitation if the pain is severe enough. Here's what you need to watch for. If the biting is new, if it only happens when you touch one specific area, or if your cat suddenly flinches in spots they used to love being scratched, don't write it off as attitude. Schedule a vet visit. You might catch something early that could have gone completely unnoticed for months, because sometimes a single bite is the only warning sign they'll ever give you. 4. They're frightened and you can't see it. Have you ever reached toward your cat and they bit you so fast it didn't even feel like a decision? No warning, no build-up, just pure instant reaction. That wasn't aggression. That was fear, and the difference matters far more than most people ever realize. A frightened cat doesn't think. They simply react. Their brain immediately switches into survival mode, and in that moment, you're not their owner anymore. You're a threat that needs to be driven away. It doesn't matter that you were just trying to pick them up or move them off the counter. What matters is what their body told them in that split second, and their body said danger. You'll typically see the signs right alongside the bite. A hunched posture, ears pinned completely flat, hissing, wide dilated eyes, sometimes even fur standing on end. These are not signs of a mean cat. These are signs of a cat that genuinely feels cornered. And when a cat feels cornered, biting is simply the fastest way to create distance between themselves and whatever frightened them. Loud noises, sudden movements, unfamiliar visitors, even a new piece of furniture placed in the wrong spot can set this off. A study in the Journal of Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats in unpredictable environments showed significantly higher rates of fear-based biting, even toward owners they had been bonded with for years. The worst thing you can possibly do in that moment is chase them, corner them further, or try to comfort them by picking them up. Give them a clear escape route. Let them hide. Once they genuinely feel safe again, they'll return completely on their own terms. Fear bites are never personal. They're simply proof that your cat is overwhelmed, not angry. 5. It's actually a love bite in disguise. Remember at the very beginning when I mentioned there's one type of bite that means the complete opposite of everything we've discussed. This is it. And once you truly understand it, you'll never see your cat quite the same way again. Some bites aren't warnings. They aren't about pain. They aren't about fear. They aren't frustration either. They're pure affection. Your cat is literally telling you, I love you, with their teeth. And if you've ever been sitting quietly, your cat purring warmly in your lap, gently nibbling on your finger, and had absolutely no idea what to make of it, now you do. These are called love bites, and behaviorists believe they trace all the way back to early kittenhood. When kittens groom one another, they use gentle little nips as part of their bonding process. It's how they express trust and closeness within their social group. So when your adult cat does this to you, they're not treating you like a human at all. They're treating you like genuine family. You can distinguish a love bite from every other bite on this list simply by how it feels. It's soft. There's absolutely no tension in their body. Their ears are completely relaxed. Their eyes might even be half closed. They're not trying to escape or send any kind of warning. They're simply settling in. It's honestly the most vulnerable version of your cat you'll ever witness. The biggest mistake you can make with a love bite is overreacting. If you pull away, yelp, or scold them, you're essentially rejecting the closest thing your cat has to saying you're my person. So the next time it happens, just let it be. Stay still. Keep your breathing calm and steady. And know that in that quiet little moment, your cat chose you.